My name is Julio. I'm the Chief Staff to the President. I'm also in charge of the international relations here at Concordia University. That's a great pleasure to welcome you at Concordia for this special event, and more specifically for the prestigious recognition of my colleague Julio Sevilla. As the custom here for any official event at Concordia University, I start with our territorial acknowledgement. I read, "We acknowledge that Concordia University is located on unceded indigenous lands. The Kanien'kehá:ka Nation is recognized as the custodians of the lands and waters on which we gather today. Tojiaka, or Mtro, is historically known as a gathering place for many First Nations. Today, it is home to a diverse population of indigenous and other peoples. We respect the continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationships with indigenous and other peoples within the Montreal community." Thank you. I invite now Consul General Sevilla to MC the event.
Thank you, William. Thank you very much. I will speak half in Spanish, half in English. The reasons are that I said that in English. Julio Sevilla is one of the most important Mexican academics that have been around the world thinking about my country. Y quiero decir en español que Julio Sevilla es un gran amigo de personal, de Lourdes y de todo el Consulado de México aquí en Montreal. The reason we are here is mainly to recognize someone who has been in charge of the international projects of Concordia University and has all this time done a lot for the Mexican community and for the Mexican institutions. It's part of one of the most important universities in Canada, the first one among the young universities with less than 50 years. Quiero destacar mucho la carrera de Julio, que se desarrolló en las asociaciones de investigación del Instituto Canadiense de Investigación Avanzada recientemente, hace unos 6 años, y como asesor principal de Relaciones Internacionales del Consejo Nacional de Investigación de Canadá, NRC. He has always preserved a very international vision. He comes from a very special state of Mexico, Chiapas, which is very close to my heart because my son is married to a Chiapaneca, who is lovely, she's lovely. And this state of Mexico represents maybe one of the most variety of my country, means of indigenous populations, languages, culture, everything happens in Chiapas. It's a small place with everything there. Él ha sido un promotor de los principales valores que el consulado reconoce, principalmente la juventud en la academia, la generación de todo tipo de programas y acuerdos de cooperación en todos los campos, ha buscado la pluridisciplinariedad para todo tipo de acciones y en muchos momentos ha buscado que los vínculos entre el trabajo académico y la industria se fortalezcan de manera muy fuerte. I will also say as my last part of the presentation, that Julio is that kind of person who foresees the future. And that's what we like in our dialogue with him. He always is talking about what is going to happen. When I first came here to Concordia, about 6 years ago, happened to me a special anecdote. Someone came here to me to this place and said that in Canada there are 2 important things. The first one is hockey. No, the second one is hockey. The first one he doesn't remember. When you think about Canada and people that see the future, you think about a metaphor which is very important in Canada. Is the great hockey player Wayne Gretzky. The idea about Gretzky being such a good hockey player is that he never thought, where is the puck? He always thought, where is going to be the puck? And that's the kind of thing that I believe that Julio Sevilla does every time. Julio es para nosotros un enorme gusto como consulado darte un reconocimiento como persona distinguida y queremos que esto sirva como un token, como un símbolo de continuar en una labor muy intensa a favor de los mexicanos en todos los diferentes campos que tú has cubierto y que nos has ayudado siempre a desarrollar. Muchas gracias, Julio. Le voy a pedir al ingeniero Luis Gutiérrez que te entregue un reconocimiento en nombre del Consulado de México.
Gracias. Gracias. will ask
William Shea to come here and say something in the name of the Concordia University.
Back in popular demand. Gutiérrez, Consul General of Sevilla, the Saint Esquivel, Julio. First, I really commend the Mexican government on this great initiative to recognize your nationals for their informal yet efficient ambassadorial role for Mexico around the world. And what a great choice to make. Julio has all the personal and professional qualities that make him the ideal recipient for this prestigious honor. I can talk about Julio's qualities for the rest of the day, but for the sake of time, I'll talk to you about Julio's 3 H's. Tres H's. The first H is Julio is a hard worker. Julio manages Concordia's international research programs. He's smart, he plans, develops, implements, and connects people, non-stop. The second H, Julio is helpful. For colleagues and faculty members at Concordia, or as we heard from Consul General Esquivel, from outside the university, this is his reputation. You need help with something, ask Julio, and he'll help you. He'll do it well too, it's not only help. And the third H is that, which is very important, Julio is very humble. He doesn't let things get into his head, his feet are steady on the ground, but always put people in front. So, you made a great choice. And to you, my dear Julio. Through our lives, we go through a lot of feelings of comfort, of happiness, but I think it's one of the best feelings is when we feel at home, surrounded by family, and celebrating something. So I hope that today, with Concordia being your home away from home, and surrounded by colleagues, your Concordia's other families, but also Mexican, other members of your family, is to bring you that feeling, hopefully today. Congratulations, felicidades.
Muchas gracias, William. Now, Julio, your turn to say something. Okay.
Wow. Thank you very much. I think we said in Spanish that I feel like a pavo real. This bird that has a lot of feathers and shoulders. And so I feel very proud and honored to be here, recognized by my dear friends, William, Ingeniero Luis Gutiérrez, and my dear friend Lourdes and Alejandro. Thank you. Je suis vraiment fier de mes origines mexicaines, premièrement, et aussi d'être partie de cette grande famille Concordia. Merci. First, I would like to thank Ingeniero Luis Gutiérrez for taking the time in his agenda to stop at Concordia for this recognition, as well as to meet with Mexican academics. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a good trip and you can bring a little bit snow to Mexico, because I know it's very hot these days in Mexico City. That's why I heard climate change. Alejandro and Lourdes, thank you so much. It's really a pleasure to work with people that are that collaborative and are so available for Concordia. You're really friends to Concordia, and I appreciate all the advice, work, and support that you have gave us here. I remember Alejandro sometimes calling me late and asking me, "Hey, the agreement with UNAM, do you need help?" or organizing our scientists and researchers from Concordia and other universities to meet and ask them, what do you need? How can I help you? And Lourdes, I think your first stop, your first visit in Canada after you arrived was Concordia, actually. So that gives you an idea of this special relationship that we're developing with the consulate and our friends from Mexico. And I'm proud because I feel that there is a lot of value to collaborate in this collaboration between Mexico and Concordia. I also would like to thank my colleague William and Theo and Professor Carr and all my colleagues from Concordia International and the university, because honestly, I feel like it's my second family. I've been support all the time. They've been supporting all my ideas, even my craziest ideas. And when I'm telling you craziest ideas, they're really crazy. So thank you very much for your help, your trust. Really, I feel like you're, as you said, you're my second family. Thank you very much. I would like to share this recognition with a few people that are important in my life. First are my little ones, Andre and Stefania, that they were born here in Canada, but they're more Mexicans than I am. And when I'm saying that is that they love these candies that have spicy. I don't tolerate it, but they asking me all the time when I go to Mexico, bring me this candy with the spicy. And I say, well, yeah, there we go. And in fact, just very recently, Stefania had to work in a project at her school. It's a French school, and they asked them to choose a hero that they admire and prepare a bio. And I asked her, what are your friends, your little friends, gonna choose? And so she said, well, Cristiano Ronaldo, Terry Fox, Batman. And I said, what are you gonna choose? And she answered, one of the hermanos Cerdán, who happened to be one of the grandmothers. The hermanos Cerdán were the ones that fought in the revolution that changed the way we live in Mexico about 100 years ago. And she was very proud. And she understood that even if she never had a chance to live in Mexico, she was proud of that. So I'm very happy that they keep, they continue having this connection with our country. I also want to thank you, my mom, that always been there, and also shared this award with my dad, who was a doctor in Chiapas, in San Cristobal. And he passed away a couple of years ago when the pandemic started. So I think they show me the value of hard work and as well as to serve the community. I think, and I thank them very much about that that support. Finally, I would like to share this recognition with Concordia, especially with my colleagues here, Theo and William, because I think it's a great family. It's of all my experience in working in Mexico and Canada, I think that it's one of the most appreciated experience I ever had. Before I conclude, I just want to send a couple of messages that I was thinking that may be important for us to reflect on. The first message is about the importance to continue supporting the diaspora, the scientific community. We tend to think about the diaspora as a brain drain. They left the country, they took the knowledge, they went away. But I believe we need to start thinking about brain circulation. How can this knowledge can connect and go back and circulate? We talk about remessas in terms of money, but I think we need to start thinking about remessas in terms of knowledge. How can we transfer and how can we make sure that this community is supported? Second, it's about the importance of cooperation and collaboration, especially the collaboration between Mexico and Canada. We live in times where we've been impacted a lot by different situations. The pandemic, war, walls between our countries, climate change. And it's only through collaboration and working together that we're going to tackle some of these challenges. I'll give you an example. When the pandemic started 2 years ago, people were dying because they didn't have any protection. They didn't know what to wear in their face mask. Concordia quickly started putting together a team that included a professor in the University of Guadalajara in Mexico, and professor from Argentina and Korea. Concordia happened to have the only lab that was open to test breathability and filtration of the virus. And thanks to that, they test different masks and they came up with a prototype that was used by many countries to help medical professionals to protect themselves in a time that there were not any masks available. There are many examples of this collaboration, but the point is that there's a lot of knowledge that we can share, and there are a lot of opportunities for collaboration. We just need to build bridges. Unfortunately, we have a big elephant in between our countries. So we need to build largest bridges. Finally, and with this I conclude, to insist in the message that I've already been sharing with my colleagues in the consulate, that Concordia is a university open to the world, and in particular has a special relationship with Mexico. Every time that we talk and with William and Theo, and I said, I have this project, can you come? I have this meeting, can you come? No, I'm busy. It's with Mexico. Oh, I go. So there is always a good intention. It's an openness to work, and we have seen a lot of collaboration already in the promoting the culture. Barbara Lane, that works in the area of textiles and being part of the consulate activities. Ricardo Balfara, that works with the UNAM in the area of music, and they collaborate and they're ambassadors of the culture. As we speak, there is a team of Concordia and Tec de Monterrey, discussing how they're going to collaborate to help clean water. That is a major issue in some of the states of Mexico, in the north of Mexico, in Monterrey. So I strongly believe that there are great opportunities that together tackle some of these big challenges. Thank you very much. It is a pleasure. It's an honor to receive this recognition. And thank you again to my colleagues, William and Theo and Professor Carr for all the support. Thank you.
Thank you very much. With this we conclude this event of recognition of Julio Sevilla. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Muy amables y felicidades de nuevo.